The fund industry, which shows that, it's really grown fast, and it has grown a lot. In fact, in the last, in the first 50 years, in fact, it was slower in the sense that in the first 50 years, it had an AUM of rupees 10 lakh crore till 2013. But ever since, the growth has been rapid. I mean, in the last 6 years, it grew to 23 lakh crore, and now in 2024, it's reached nearly 67 lakh crore. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll understand from Mr. Singh the reasons behind this rapid growth, what it means for investors, whether it means investors have become more mature, and what's the way forward. So, welcome, sir. My first question to you is that what we are talking about is that the industry has got a huge leg up in the past few years. And how do you understand that, this sudden increase?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. And the response to your question, the overall ecosystem has been created in India, wherein people are becoming investment savvy rather than saving savvy. More and more money is coming into mutual funds today. And when she said that her parents told her to invest and start her SIP, in fact, yesterday I was amazed and surprised to see I met one of the bureaucrats, and she said that I have told my sons that a part of your pocket money you have to start SIP. Even before earning, they are saying you start SIP so that when you start earning, you should be very well versed and this thing. She said, both of my sons who are in hostel, they out of their pocket money, they are doing 1,000 rupees SIP. That is the culture which has been created in India. I think that tells about how we are going to grow. You said that first 50 years we became 10 lakh crore industry. And happy to share, in last 6 months we have added another 10 lakh crores,
Wow.
which happened in 50 years has happened in six months. And this SIP is a global success story. India's SIP story is a global success story. And when we go outside, people come, they circle us and they ask us, how are you doing it? Because nobody in the globe, none of the economies have been able to replicate this story. But this, I think the credit goes to the overall ecosystem of the country rather than giving credit to anybody else, because we are in a such a strong growth trajectory as a country that more and more people are joining the bandwagon, and the people who have already joined, they are seeing the value of compounding, the power of compounding. I don't think there's any looking back. And I think the testing time is now when market gets into the correction mode. That is the time, because the people who have joined this bandwagon in last 5 years, they have seen only one side. It's very necessary to see the other side also, to have the very responsible investing community in the country, and that is what is happening.
But do you also think that it is the growth in SIPs per se that has really driven the mutual fund industry? Because as a concept, they have become very, very popular.
Yeah, of course, because what happens, the accumulated money also gets mark-to-market gains. So if we look at it, the industry today, majority of almost 55 to 60% of the gains of the AUM are coming through mark-to-market. I'm talking about the equity side only. And 40%, 45% are coming through the fresh flows. And out of those fresh flows, almost 50% are coming through SIP flows. So SIPs are extremely important. It's not that people are not, who have accumulated over the period of time through SIP, they are not withdrawing, they are booking profits also, which is a good sign whenever they need it. But now the mode of savings, the goal-based investments, everybody at the bottom of the pyramid, I will not say bottom of the pyramid, at least the the middle level, they have understood the value. And this is going to continue.
Right. So a lot of growth is seen in urban areas. But would you also tell our audience what is the growth and numbers like in tier 2, tier 3 cities, and how does the industry plan to expand in that area?
In fact, as against the general perception, as you said, that the growth is coming from the urban and metro centers. In fact, the growth accelerator is more into the tier 2 and tier 3 towns rather than the big towns and this thing. And people are getting more and more into the mutual fund products. And the best thing is they are coming in bits and pieces through SIP mode, so that and the number of every month almost we are adding 1,000 crore more. And $3 billion of fresh equity money coming into the market is a good thing, but at the same time there's a caution that there's a becoming a demand supply mismatch. The supply of companies where more and more money can be put in the good companies is very less. Though there have been 227 IPOs during the last 1 year, but if you look at the mutual fund industry, I don't think mutual fund industry would have um, uh, picked more than 50 or 60 IPOs. I mean, others have been picked up because the kind of research, the kind of hard work which goes into analyzing the company is something uh, which a layman, normal investor should be very happy about. And with the kind of fees which is being charged, which is very, very low, and having the benefit of such a deep analysis of the company, I think this is one of the best things in our country.
So we were basically talking about that, the number of demat
Yeah,
accounts
yeah.
have
So
increased.
that's what I see. Some demat accounts are open just for one transaction or something, but you see, we are such a huge country. There are millions of niche players in the market, and when you look at the small investor, a layman who is not into the nitty gritty, mutual fund is the best way of doing it. But these players also add some value because getting into the IPOs, getting into this money, creating the capital market, I mean, they play their role. But see, as you know, we generally, the youngsters, Gen Z and others, they enter into this F&O segment, which SEBI has also come published the numbers that more than 90% are losing their money. But at the same time, when we are saying that people are losing money, one fact we need to keep in mind that F&O market, the derivative market, gives lot of stability to the markets. We cannot shy away from the benefits of lot of trades happening into the derivative market. On the one side, we are getting lot of flows. On the other side, F&O give the stability to the market, and then through demat accounts, all other kind of the IPOs are also getting through. But that's good for the country. But the point is now more and more credible companies need to come into the public market. That's
Right,
what is the
right.
importance. Yeah.
So taking off from what you said, sir, I mean, there is a lot of F&O happening, and the recent SEBI study also kind of highlighted the risks that it involves. But mutual fund in itself, being a product that is managed by experts themselves, do you think it can act as a bridge for serious equity investors?
No, definitely. The serious, see, one thing is the mutual funds' basic job is to work in a fiduciary capacity. The investors who are giving money to the mutual funds are giving with two or three objectives that they will be able to find the right opportunities, right companies to invest in. Two, they will beat the market the overall, whatever the indices are. It could be Sensex or Nifty or whatever the benchmark is. And three, that liquidity can be provided as and when required. So liquidity, a right kind of companies to invest in are the two first thing, and three, beating the benchmark or otherwise. I personally don't feel that should be the basic criteria in a bull market when everything is going up. Even if you don't beat the market, but you are putting money, you are creating a long-term portfolio, because 1 year or 2 years should not be the seen as a unit for the performance at all. And I think long term everything will make money, but the role which mutual funds per se are playing in getting the money invested of a normal investor into the mutual funds is a huge, huge success story of India.
So definitely it's a success story and mutual funds are here to stay,
Yeah.
like you're highlighting. So what's next for the industry? Because, it is growing rapidly. Will it double its pace?
We should not complicate the products. Simplicity sells. As an industry, this is our responsibility to create very simple products, very good explainable products, We should not bring in the complicated just for the heck of it. Sometimes we feel that it will look very intelligent if we bring in some complicated product. Because when somebody doesn't understand, so some people feel that they will see, no, no, experts understand, we don't understand, let us put in money there. But the fact is otherwise. People want simple products. Our own growth story has said we have always sold very simple products and we got a lot of buyers in that. So simplicity should sell, and there are basic fundamentals which were golden rules 10 years ago are golden rules today also. But of course, the way we are doing business has changed. We can reach out to many more people because of the digital revolution which has happened. The public infrastructure, the digital public infrastructure which is there in India is unmatchable globally. So that must be exploited to the fullest. The role of UPI, the role of the other digital tools which we have created have actually created wonders. And we must reach out to everybody. As you said that when you ask people how many people are putting in money. So I feel that this group of people who are there in this room, we all are evolved investors, and we must take this message in our own way. It doesn't mean whether I have a banking platform or a mutual fund platform. In general way also, when we are talking to our maids and drivers and this thing, we must tell them that this is something good for them. They must adopt it. Even if we have to subsidize somewhere, this is message I always give. Even if we as a world investor, if we are able to subsidize something, or I mean, I'm not talking it officially, but even if we say, okay, यार तेरा लॉस हो गया तो मैं ले लूँगा कितना 5,000 10,000, तो उससे जो कल्ट क्रिएट होगा, the kind of cult which we really need to make more and more number of people join this bandwagon. That is utmost necessity of India.
Thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for shedding light on the mutual fund industry. Of course, what Mr. Singh said is simplicity and digital adoption is the next step in the mutual fund industry, but some of the responsibility lies with us as well by making people around us more aware. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.